Oh shoot, I never fixed that. Hold on. Hello, I am in fact playing Terraria. I, however, forgot to switch my game capture back from Subnautica. Oopsies. There we go. That's better. Um, as the title may suggest, I do in fact hope to carry the momentum that I had last time into this time to where I hope to kill Skeletron today. Um, I'm not certain it's gonna happen, but it'd be cool if I do manage it. But I, in fact, did not end up doing any grinding in between streams, so I still have to get all the, like, aerospec and stuff to start doing, like, to start making, the bundle of balloons and such. Which reminds me I need to find, what's it called? A sky mill, I think? Because I don't think you can make that anymore. Yeah, no more sky mill. Which I'm pretty sure. Wait, why did that's the same menu I need to be in to check what I need to make all the like arrow spec and stuff. I don't know. It's an anvil. Hello, Sherox. Hello. Oh, it's because I needed sun plate, which in order to make sun plate, you need. Okay, yeah. Oh, what did I even hit to close that menu? I tried to hit backspace. Oh, I kept calling you Sherox, it's Scarox. Oh my god, I can't read. Whoops. Thank you for correcting me, otherwise I probably never would have fixed it. Oh, what have I done? What? No, that's not it. Fixed it. I accidentally hit the thing that turns off my HUD. I'm a little silly today. Alright, sun plate. Yeah, sky mill. Okay, well, hopefully I can find one of those. Do I have gravity? I do have gravity potion. Okay. Well, let's hope I can find the stuff I need. So that the grinding at the start of today doesn't take too long. Oh. Well, I'll take that, honestly. Because this will have more gravitation potions and such. As well as, I think, a whole bunch of herb bags and things of the sort. And Roomba. That is a very silly name. Can I... Okay, this is... I'm gonna have to break into this some way or another, so I'm just gonna... Where's my pickaxe? Why is it not... Okay. How do I want to go about this? Where are the chests? In the bottom, maybe? Yeah, they're in the bottom. Okay. Then I will just simply break in right here. So that I don't have to deal with the turrets. Oh. What? Did it get shot by one of the turrets or something? Why did it burst into flames? Oh, and it also has a bunch of the different planter boxes. I actually forgot about the fact that there is planter boxes in here. Jeez, that does a lot of damage. Life force potions, which I'll probably just hold on to until later. What the heck is going on there? Is there... Oh, that's another Androomba. Okay. That's what that is. And I should put these gravitation potions I just got here. Did I still never put down my relics? Because I know last time I kept forgetting to put down my relics, and then I just noticed that they're still in my inventory today. One of these days, maybe I won't get distracted every 2 seconds. And actually do the things that I say I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do them. Oh, Harvey, fun. What? How have I not seen... Well, I guess I've seen the one floating island, but I feel like I've seen, like, 3 by this point going the other way. Well, this is going well. Because, I mean, I have recalled that I have at the very least I did at the very least gather my aerialite last time. But... Okay. Can this please have a sky mill in it so that my search can be over immediately? That is not a sky mill. I think I need a sky mill. Or no, I need a solidifier to make balloons. I guess I don't really need a sky mill. Because more balloons for the bundle is the main thing I was concerned about, but I guess I don't really need that. I just need the sun plate from this. Damn, that does damage. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that could be used pretty well as a spam against lots of enemies, or just every once in a while against a boss. Just because I want to actually break all the stuff here, I'm gonna empty that chest. Do I have a hammer on me? Because if I do, I'll break the walls just for the sake of them not being there. Oh, I do have my hammer on me. It's in my hotbar. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm not going to bother to collect them because I don't actually want them. I just don't want to leave the walls here in case I ever come back to this Sky Island for some reason or another. I do need to, like, actually fight King Slime today, probably, so I can actually make my bundle. I'll place those, honestly, rather than stashing them, as much as it'd be much easier to just put them away for now. But I will open all my pouches and put all the stuff from them away, rather than putting the pouches away and then having to open them later. This stuff can go away. I forget what this is for. Oh, yeah, there's a couple... I think there's a couple weapons that use the plasma drive thingy. Now that I think about it. I guess I don't really need the... I guess there weren't any blink root, but I don't really need the deathweed. Because I've already got my deathweed planter boxes set up. I should take the seeds back out. Oh, wait, that's the crafting interface. I can't take anything. Well, I guess I can take crafted things out of there, but can't really make seeds. So I need the blink root, day bloom. Oh, it actually tells you where these need to be planted? What adds that? Huh. Deathweed, Okay, yeah, it's... Of course, the pumpkin seeds separate the moon glow and the shiver thorn, though, for some reason. And that's everything? Yeah, okay. And then... Is there really no Daybloom planter boxes? I really can't get Daybloom planter boxes. Huh. Strange. I don't have any Daybloom seeds right now anyways, though, from the looks of it. How many blocks is up? Is that one? Okay, that's like minimum distance. Okay. Well, minimum distance not be clipped into my head, which makes sense. That's kind of how I figured I'd done it. I also determined that there's a block ruler that I could have just used for that, rather than measuring it out by placing blocks that I then had to break because I'm using said blocks right now. Ooh! Thank you, Leo, for the sub with Twitch Prime. Sadly, I don't think I get any of that money just yet, but it is still very much appreciated. Also, welcome to the stream. I am playing Calamity, Terraria Calamity mod, and hopefully going to make some good progress. Either that or I'm going to spend the whole day doing nothing. One or the other. Can I please place the planter box there? What is going on? Is the fact that that's there preventing me from placing the planter box? Yes. Huh. I really would have thought I would have just let you replace the, like, random little flowers with actual blocks, but I guess not. Okay, water leaf goes on these ones. Oh, I do have Daybloom seeds, they're just in a different slot. Okay. And then Shiverthorn. Probably Queen Bee. Yeah, Queen Bee. I was correct. Well, actually, technically King Slime, because I didn't do that earlier, and I need my bundle of balloons now. So, and I'm not gonna go farming for balloons, and instead just gonna make them with the added recipe with the solidifier, which, of course, is, in fact, a King Slime drop. Why can I not place that there? What? Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot that they place on alternating sides, so it looks like there's a whole block gap, but there's not. Oh yeah, and then I already have Death Beat planter boxes, which is why I'm at the top. I mean, I don't really use mobility mounts a lot in general, other than, like, the roller skates in vanilla. And I use them even less in Calamity because you, by default, already move faster. And plus, I don't have a elevator set up and probably never will, considering the fact that I have a Crag's Pylon. I just manually went down three or four times and set up a pylon so I can just teleport to the underworld whenever I need, rather than having to fall down. Yeah, I did place. Okay, I wasn't sure if I placed all my seeds that I can place just yet. Did I ever get a... Okay, no, I never put a demon altar in here. What do I need to make a demon altar? Because I remember you need to make a demon altar, add a demon altar. Demonite bars and shadow scales. Okay. So if I pull these out and these out, and then oh yeah, nope, wrong button. Here, there we are. Because I'm just gonna make the altar and put it in my system rather than making both this and the spawn. Do I even have the stuff for the king slime spawn? I don't know, hopefully. I guess technically no, because I know I haven't made a crown, but hopefully I at the very least have the resources to make a crown. I do. Awesome. Slime crown. And then I'm just going to assume that I'm far enough ahead of King Slime here that I can just incinerate him without going to my arena. And I'm going to spawn him probably to the right of my house, not the left. It's more flat out this way. Damn, that thing is cool. However, it seems to not be targeting King Slime, like, at all. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, there it goes. Oh! I heard a notification, but I don't know what it was. Oh! Hello, Yarny! Thank you for the follow! It's going good! I haven't popped into one of your streams in a while, but I really need to again. I am, as you can see, playing Terraria and fighting something that is way below my current tier, but it needs to happen sometime or another. The coincidental timing? It might have been a little bit of desync. Oh, I didn't use my adrenaline. I am very distracted right now, but that's okay, because I'm not fighting anything that has a real chance of beating me. I know, it's a poor slide. Hello, am I back? Did I fix it? Hello? Oh, goodness. Okay, hi, my internet crashed. That was weird. Is it working again? Am I back? Please say I'm back. I'm assuming that you back means that I'm back. I don't know what happened there. That's the first time my stream has crashed since, like, my third stream back in, like, September of last year. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Because... What? Hopefully my internet's good now. I don't know what that was. And I'm gonna hope it doesn't happen again. It doesn't usually do that. Usually my internet shows signs of that it wants to go away and that before it actually does anything, but this time it just kind of decided it was done. And then it was gone. Thankfully it cooperated with me and let me fix it quickly. You tend to bring chaos. I welcome a bit of chaos. It keeps things interesting. Because thankfully, that didn't really put too much of a damper on things. I got my stream back up and running pretty quickly. Because thankfully, I have things set up in such a way that if my internet does die, I will notice pretty quickly. I don't know where I said as if I had more to that, but there's no more. I don't know where I was going with that. I forget how to spell balloon. I can never remember how to spell balloon. Oh, it's because I'm missing string. I need to farm cobwebs. No. I had to do this at the start of my run because the first armor set for Rogue, for whatever reason, also requires silk, just like mage armor, which is my least favorite part of mage runs. Other than farming gems, I guess, actually. That can also be really annoying. And apparently, once again, I need to hit the caves and find some cobwebs. And sadly, I don't know where any spider caves are just yet, so I can't just go to a spider cave. So I'm just gonna hope that there's some cobwebs that I just ignored along the way down the last couple times. Now you want to play Terraria? Well, there is the fact that nobody is stopping you from playing Terraria. I'm glad they're gonna keep updating it too. It was really cool to see that in one of the most recent community posts on Steam, they said, no, this isn't it, there's gonna be more. Instead of going, this is it, we're done, and then updating it again like they always do. They acknowledge that the final update is gonna be a while. Do one session, never go back to the save? That's fair. I'd be down to play the co-op save again sometime. That we just kind of abandoned at some point. Needs a bit more cobwebs than that. Oh, I accidentally hit the digger. Last patch notes, they said they were just going to keep going indefinitely. I didn't see that much, but I did see that they said that they were going to keep going even after 1.6, which will add cross-platform. Which is something we have been waiting on for a while, and I am excited to see that it is in fact coming. Also, I'm loving the fact that Rogue is having so many weapons that can hit through walls this early. It is so convenient. Alright, so I need to make 2 strings so that I can make 2 balloons. Terraria devs are so peak. They are. We love Terraria devs. And that's... Okay, Cloud and a Balloon, which is one of the ones I don't currently have, because I'm using Blizzard, and then I guess I don't have a Sandstorm in a bottle. What does that take to make? Hard mode recipe, pre-hard mode recipe. A couple feathers, and... Shoot, are Pearl Shards the drop from Scourge, or are they the other drop? Or not drop, I guess. Yeah, it's a Desert Scourge drop. Dang it! I have to fight Desert Scourge again. I keep just selling all of Desert Scourge's drops, and then needing to fight Desert Scourge again. And I also need to kill some harpies, apparently. I would have thought that with this time I've spent in the Sky Islands that I would have gotten all I need for that already, but apparently not. I guess while I'm over fighting Desert Scourge, I can go put my relics down. Did you do anything with the underground ocean in Calamity? Like as in the Abyss? Having an aversion to it is entirely reasonable. It is not a fun place, and typically you have no good reason to even go down there, so I get why you wouldn't in your average run. I don't know if I'll be doing much in the Abyss, personally. The clan? Oh, yeah. You don't really have to go, I guess you don't really have to go to the Sunken Sea either. Unless you're playing a rogue like me, in which case there's important stuff down there. No, Sunken Sea is only really mandatory for, like, maybe a couple things, but they're not the most important things to get. Even in terms of rogue gear, it's not, like, absolutely mandatory. I could have skipped it, as I had learned. Oh, yeah, the Abyss, yeah. Well, again, I don't think you technically need it, but that is definitely something you would very much want. I honestly forgot about Scoria. I'm not looking forward to it. But thankfully that's not till... I can't remember if it's host Moonlord or if it's just hard mode. In a separate dimension. It could have been interesting, but we could see more of it in base Calamity, but I know that when Calamity was made, subworlds weren't really a thing yet. I don't think they had really figured it out. Which does actually make me want to play Stars Above again at some point, because when I first started playing it, I think Subworld Library was still pretty new. And I'm pretty sure Stars Above has a lot of subworlds. That's kind of like the whole point. Do I still have my gravitation potions on me? I do. Usually add it to every Calamity run. Add Stars Above to every Calamity run? I mean, I don't know. I like keeping my mods separate most of the time. Tend to ignore the special weaponry, though. There's way too many. Yeah. If you try to focus on all the special weaponry between all the mods, if you're playing, like, even multiple of the big mods at once, it's just too much. Which, as much as I've heard that especially playing Calamity with Fargos is apparently really fun, I don't know if I will until after I've played Fargos on its own. Just because I want to experience the Fargo stuff more, because I know for a fact that I'll probably end up defaulting to Calamity gear if I try and play them both at the same time. Yeah, that sounds very overwhelming. Ultimate Chaos? Uh-huh. Maybe one day, after I've played them all on their own. But until then, I'm gonna stick to doing what I have been doing, where I just play one at a time. Because I haven't played, like, any Fargos, and I've played minimal, You cannot convince me that Eternity Death Mode is fun. Death Mode already isn't fun. It sounds extremely challenging, and if you like extreme challenge, then I guess it could be considered fun, but it sounds unreasonably difficult. Can I get more harpy spawns, please? Eternity is death on steroids. Yeah, no, I don't like the way that death mode handles difficulty, is the main thing. Always be ways to work around challenge, just need to grind for it. I see. Because, like, I enjoyed Infernum a lot, because it added more complexity to attack patterns and whatnot, instead of just simply cranking the numbers, which is basically what death mode does, is just makes the numbers bigger, and so, it's not really fun. What was it making again? Oh yeah, Sandstorm in a bottle. Which was the recipe I already had selected. Sandstorm in a balloon, and then this can go in here for the bundle of balloons. That's actually not a terrible reforge off craft. I will take it. Alright, what else did I need to make again? I think it was the aerospec gear. And I guess I can try Turbulence. Or did I already make Turbulence? Did I make Turbulence already? I have not made Turbulence already. Oh, because you need Sunplate. Okay, so I definitely didn't. And then Arrow. What am I missing? I need feathers for these. I needed to farm more feathers. Dang it. Well, I guess I can test out Turbulence on the Harpies. Do I have... I need to drink another one of these. Okay. Huh. If that pierces enemies, that seems pretty good. Because I didn't actually read what that does. What slot did I put it in? 7? Okay. Fires a cloudy javelin that bursts into wind slashes on hit. Okay, it explodes on hit. Wind slashes occasionally home. That's very good. And always home if javelin crits. Stealth strikes are trailed by homing wind slashes. Oh, okay. So that homes. It doesn't matter if it pierces. Because I thought they were going to be like a lingering thing that if things touched it would consistently take damage, but I guess that would be kind of really overpowered, so it makes sense that it's not, and instead it's just additional projectiles. Regardless, it seems really good, though. I really wish I'd played with Rogue sooner. Because Rogue has been really fun so far, and extremely powerful. Alright, now to once again sit here and wait for harpies to spawn. But don't worry, when I'm looking for random stuff in the Sky Islands later, like in hard mode, when I go looking for some Souls of Flight, they're gonna be everywhere. There was this one awesome rogue weapon that had a melee variant back in the day, but is a post-Escal dev weapon. Huh. Interesting. Silly guy. Do I have my net on me for once? I don't. God darn it. I really want a silly guy. Also, where in the world are the harpies? Why are they not spawning? Am I not far enough up or something? Do I need to... Okay, I don't think I was far enough up. I think I was still somehow considered on surface, despite being in a sky island. Also, where did the harpy that I just saw go? I think it went off screen and despawned. Awesome. Can't remember the name, but it was like a possessed hatchet on crazy mode. You may get it if you do post-Escal content. Well, lucky for you, that is what Wrath of the Gods is all about. Literally the entirety of the Wrath of the Gods content, well, in terms of bosses, is post-Escal. Because there's, what, 3 additional bosses, and all of them are post-Escal in terms of when you're supposed to fight them? I got 4 feathers? Did one of them drop like a whole bunch of feathers or something? Also, before I go back, I gotta double check the recipes for the armor so that I know how many feathers I actually need. Okay, I think I just need the 4, because it would appear that the chest piece is 2 feathers and everything else is just 1. So that should actually be all the feathers I need. Hopefully, maybe, probably, I don't know. Yeah, Aerospec. I didn't put the feathers in yet. Which one is Rogue? This one, okay. So I need this, and then the rest of it is not class dependent. What am I missing now? What? I used 1... Oh, that's 2 feathers. What? Gosh darn it. Oh my goodness. I might be a little silly. I was not paying enough attention to what item was which when I checked the recipes, apparently. I really thought I only saw 1 thing when I was looking at them that required more than 1 feather, though. Damn, the first harpy I encountered couldn't have been kind enough to drop me the 1 feather I needed. Alright, well, hopefully a harpy that actually wants to drop a feather shows up soon. So that I can go back to doing the cool stuff. Because I really thought the drop odds for a feather from a harpy would have been higher than they are. Then again, I also would have figured that the spawn rates of harpies was going to be higher than they are, because I always end up dealing with 1 quintillion harpies when I'm looking for things like a shiny red balloon for the first time. Oh my goodness, I don't need these fish. I need the harpies. Where are they at? Please. I really should have, I keep thinking while I'm up trying to get harpies to spawn that I should have brought a battle potion, and then I go back up to fight harpies and forget to bring a battle potion. Also, I really feel like with this rogue weapon, it's better to miss when you're using stealth, so that you get the whole bunch of extra projectiles. Okay. That is at least 1 feather, which is enough to make the last piece of the armor. This time it really is going to be the last time I need feathers. For now, at the very least. I could potentially get a water candle if there's one far enough up in the dungeon that I don't need to fight Skeletron. But I wouldn't count on it. Okay, my defense goes up by 1. What is my set bonus? Lots of extra stealth, increased move speed, and rogue crit chance. I will definitely take that. Taking 25 damage and over 25 damage in 1 hit. Homing feather, that's pretty good. If you can kill this Queen Bee, you can definitely do Skellington. Well, I don't know if I can kill Queen Bee. I haven't tried yet. That is what I'm about to go do. I should probably buy some more planter boxes before I do that, because I need an arena. Oh, Daybloom planter boxes. Now, if I recall correctly, I was doing this in rows of like 50, so I'm gonna do that and hope that that's the correct amount. And then I'll buy what I need, and then I'll plant my... Well, then I'll buy the planter boxes I need for my arena. And, well, I don't know if I'll buy the planter boxes and then plant my Daybloom, or if I'll plant my Daybloom and then buy my planter boxes, but it's something in that general order of things. And then I'll go find a Queen Bee. I was right, it was 50. Let's go. I remember things. Sometimes. I should do a bit more jungle exploring anyways, because I do still need a Staff of Regrowth. I should also figure out something to put in front of my doors that isn't gravestones, so that zombies don't bust down my doors. Well, that should be enough to last me a long time. Okay, do I have a closer pylon to the jungle, or... No, I don't. Okay, well, whatever. I guess I'll walk. Though I should very definitely get a pylon set up out there at some point. Do I have the resources to make a heart lantern, actually? Because if I do, I should put one of those in my arena as well. You do. Huge. And then, I forget if you can make Bast statues in Calamity, but if you can, you definitely... Oh, that's actually not very expensive either, because I should definitely start putting those in my arenas. Oh, hold on. I may not have the Staff of Regrowth, but I still want to harvest my Deathweed while I can. considering how picky it is on when you harvest it. Only every couple in-game days, or after I get a bloody tear, I guess, literally whenever I want, but you know. Well, any time, any night time that I want, I guess, not quite literally any time I want. You know, I really don't need all 3 of these in my main slot. But I should probably keep that in my hotbar, because it's pretty good at taking out groups of enemies quickly. And I can throw it through walls. This thing really does a lot of damage. As long as you have the space to use it effectively. Oh, I went to the underground jungle a different way, apparently. Well, I'm going this way this time. I should probably not go through the water. I don't know why I was about to do that. Because then I'd be stuck digging through the water the whole time, and that doesn't sound fun. I really thought that my pickaxe would kill the bees faster than that. But apparently, I can't stop missing. Oh, well that was a quick hive find. I guess I'll want to build. I'll probably. Why do I keep pressing tab to open my map? I actually don't know why. Yeah, this hive looks big enough that I don't really want to try and get to the side of it to clear the space for an arena, so I'll just build it on top of it. Oh, I accidentally switched over to that. Also, I should switch this to... Can we please switch to where you circle me and I get my defense? Please? Please. I just want my extra defense. Okay, well that's not working. I'm gonna see if it's just some weird bug with being in a closed-in space for some reason. I don't see why that would be a thing, but I don't know. Maybe it is. And then I'll try and do it again. Because you have to go like 4 or 5 defense is pretty nice. Considering the fact that it basically costs nothing. Do I have the onyx drill actually? Hold on. No, okay. Because I was about to say, I wish I had the onyx drill for this, and I remember that I might have gotten the onyx drill and just forgotten. But no, I don't have the onyx drill. Then again, I think they changed the onyx drill so that it's just not very good anymore. I don't remember what they did to it, but I remember them doing something to it. I can't remember if it was just that they had changed the pickaxe power on it, or if they had changed the mining speed. I don't really know what they did. But I know they did something. And I remember people not liking it. But I haven't played a lot of Calamity since all the changes were made, so... I don't think I've used Onyx Drill since they made changes to it. That does increase seed gather, so it's not a... What? Hey. I don't know if I just missed the message from you setting it a while ago, but I'm guessing your Oh yeah, you probably just did it a while ago when I was collecting my death weed and I just missed it with the whole seed collecting thing. Because yeah, it isn't a huge deal, but it actually does give you. I think it gives you more seeds and more herbs, as well as it automatically replants, so I don't have to plant it myself. But it's not worth waiting to get the. It definitely isn't worth waiting to get the staff regrowth to start farming. As much as staff makes it much easier. Which is actually another thing I should check and see if Calamity adds a recipe for, because Calamity is pretty awesome and adds a recipe for a lot of different things. And that kind of seems like something it would add a recipe for. I'm really gonna just hope that this water will clear out by the time I'm done making this arena. Of which will probably not even get turned into the Plantera arena later on because of the fact that there's basically pre-made Plantera arenas somewhere else. It tends to be the first Plantera bulbs I find, so it's definitely worth seeking out. You know, I'm probably gonna end up making this arena too small and then die because I made my arena too small. Because I feel like I always do that when I fight Queen Bee. So I might just make my arena what I think is going to be bigger than I need it to be, which will then probably just be exactly the size I need it to be to not die. I probably should have just let that explode, actually. It would have done a bunch of my job for me. I always forget just how long it takes, like, even with the increased mining speed of Calamity, I always forget just how, I should not be throwing this around that, because I noticed that the spawn is right there, and if that collided, I would have had a problem on my hands. That was, closer than I should have let it be. Is that the normal hive wall texture? Because I feel like that's not what it normally looks like. But then again, I also don't really pay that much attention to that sort of thing. You know, I feel like I was talking about something, and I was trying to make some kind of point before I realized that I shouldn't be throwing my thing that goes through walls, but I don't remember what it was. I genuinely do not remember. Please say that falling through can't break the hive, because I really don't want to deal with that just yet. That is definitely a different hive wall. Because that's the normal one. And then there's this one on the outside. What is this hive wall? I don't know. It looks cool, I like it, but I don't recognize it. it's not vanilla, just because I don't really know why there'd be two different hive wall textures. Oh my goodness, these bees are annoying. Thankfully, I think I'm about to break some of the last of the hives I need to break. Because when I spawn Queen Bee, I'm probably just gonna toss the thing that I can throw through a wall directly at it. Like, directly at the spawn and break it through the wall. So I don't have to worry about breaking the floor of my arena. And then I should replace this. Actually, I should probably just make a small layer above the honey, so I don't have to deal with that. Also, water has been extremely weird while I've been playing. I don't know what specifically is causing it, but it's been extremely weird. Oh yeah, I forgot that you can't place planter boxes where you're standing. Yeah, this definitely needs to be way bigger. Well, I think it's not like way bigger, but it definitely needs to be bigger. Because I tend to need at least 2 platforms to do, well, I mean, I think pretty much everybody needs at least 2 platforms to do Queen Bee. Considering the fact that one of Queen Bee's, like, major attacks is that she dashes all the way across the screen. Bring the arena up to, like, here, maybe? Here, maybe? This seems like a good height up. And shouldn't take too long to dig out that much more. That is a couple hornets. I kind of forgot that they existed because they, for once, weren't bugging me. And then, I mean, of course you can't get through an entire Queen Bee arena without any hornets. Why is the water not flowing? What is going on? I'm really hoping when I dig all this out, I'm not just gonna have a giant bubble of water in the middle of my arena. Because that would be very annoying. Something I did updated the water and it started flowing. So I'm gonna imagine that the same thing's gonna happen when I dig out the area around this water, and hopefully that'll all flow as well. Maybe it has flowed already and it's just a visual bug? I don't know. It is very strange. Okay, I almost have my arena cleared out. I'm just gonna have to wait for the water to clear out. Which, maybe it'll finish clearing out by the time I'm done clearing out this kind of, like, corner. Yeah, I guess there's a bit more that I need to clear out than I thought initially. And there's more water. Of course there's more water. water everywhere. Not as much as Subnautica, but there is water everywhere. And the water's flooding, of course it is. That's gonna be annoying, because I do not have the sponge. Which I think is fishing quests, if I remember correctly, and quite a few of them at that. Which I, of course, am not a big fan of doing. Is anyone really a big fan of doing the fishing quests? I feel like there can't be a lot of people out there that genuinely enjoy doing all the fishing quests, to get all the items from the fishing drops. I almost threw the thing that goes through walls again. And I would have been throwing it down, so it would have had a real chance of actually hitting the thing that would spawn Queen Bee. Okay, is most of this water falling? Yes, it is. And is this water actually here? Kinda not really. I'm gonna hope that it just isn't a problem. And if it becomes a problem, then I guess I solve that later. Okay, no, it's gonna be a problem. If I place a block, like, around where the water is, and I break the blocks, will it fix it? No, none of that's doing anything. Do I have a bucket? No. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to deal with it, and then I'm gonna have to figure out why my water isn't flowing at some point, because that's a problem. Because I would imagine that since this isn't the last boss I'm gonna have to fight underground, that this probably isn't going to be the last arena I have to make. Well, actually, I think the remaining bosses I need to fight underground are also underground jungle bosses that I can fight in the Terraria arena, now that I'm thinking about it. Surely Swiftness Potion and Pumpkin Pie is enough. I did not realize I still had gravitation. Okay. Spawn this in. There we go. Toss this down there. Completely missed the first time. Alright, let's see if I can actually manage a boss first try. I mean, I guess I got King Slime first try, technically, but that really is technically. Huh, those projectiles were not doing a lot of damage. Okay, I'm not hitting my shots with this. I'm gonna go back to using this. Especially since I didn't make my arena quite big enough to always be able to hit Queen Bee. So I need to be able to throw things through walls. Okay, the water's not being a big problem so far, thankfully. I threw it the complete wrong direction. Ooh, that was some good damage. Okay, yeah, that's really not doing a lot of damage. Like, the stingers, I swear, are doing, like, what, 5 damage, maybe? Oh, no, that's 11. Okay. Still, 11 of, what is it, that I have 360 right now? Yeah, 360. Not because I don't have all my hearts, but because I am using the Crimson thingy. Because it's worth the health sacrifice for the defense and damage. Could we stop spawning bees, please? It is very annoying. I'm gonna have to build another arena over at the dungeon. I'm probably just gonna pack up the stuff from this arena, because I'm probably not gonna use this arena again, and then use it for the Skeletron arena. Youch. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty much guaranteed to Queen Bee first try. That wasn't even close. What? I really remember Queen Bee being a lot more difficult than that. But apparently not. Actually, wait, do I need specific drops from Queen Bee? Because I think I might. Sparkling honey, what does that do again? Summon a honeybee? Oh, that's the mount. Right? No? Wait, what? Oh, it's the pack, okay. I'll take it. I thought that was the mount for some reason. Also, okay, that's the treasure bag. I'm gonna delete the random stuff that I don't really need. That is a lot of things, and none of it's the drop I was after, so I actually do have to fight Queen Bee again. Awesome. Put that there for the sake of storing it. That's the mount. And then I guess I'll put this... I guess I gotta put the stuff back down. Because I remembered that one of the weapons that I want to try out is a drop from Queen Bee. I think. I'm gonna double check that, actually. Before I needlessly fight Queen Bee again. Yeah, Queen Bee drop. Okay. Fun. I just realized that I didn't use a spawner. You know what? I'm just gonna skip that item. I don't want to fight Queen Bee again. I'm just gonna fight Skeletron. I mean, if I beat Queen Bee by that much, Skeletron really can't be that big of a struggle. Anything else I need to put away? I need to put that away, because I don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Okay, which side of the map was Dungeon on again? Was it right side? It was right side. Awesome. That means that I can just teleport here. I think technically I am supposed to do... Oh no, Deerclops is placed after Skeletron. Okay. Oh, Deerclops was supposed to be before Skeletron based on where Queen Bee is placed, but... I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Deerclops is technically harder. Even though Deerclops isn't very hard. Usually. And it is just turning night. So if I get my arena done fast, I can get Skeletron done in the same day as Queen Bee, rather than having to wait. This is an arena I definitely typically make too small. Because I run out of running room whenever he does his charging attack. Yeah, I think Turbulence is going to be better for Skeletron. Well, maybe once I destroy his hands anyways, because the... what is this? The Pulsar will 100% be better for the the fact that it can multi-target. Until I've destroyed his hands. And then I don't have to worry about that, and then single target's all I need to worry about. In which the Turbulence will probably be better for. I should probably make that higher up, actually. Because I have a lot of vertical momentum right now. Or not momentum, vertical movement. Honestly, at this rate, I might enter hard mode today, which isn't something I was really quite expecting to do. Because I thought Skeletron was further away than he is. Third layer is probably the last one I'll actually need to make for this. And then I can just set up my buff blocks and whatnot. Damn, my potions are gonna barely run out before I start Skeletron. Unfortunate. And then this goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. Then I should place a couple torches around, just so I can actually see. Okay, then talk to you, curse. And then, yep, of course, I get blocked in trying to get out of the dungeon, but now that I am out, hopefully things go a little better. Oh, okay, that's what that means. He has a teleport. I don't remember that. I mean, it's definitely a Calamity thing, but I don't remember that. Wow, okay, this is melting his hands. Youch, youch. Yeah, this is definitely better to intentionally miss. Whoa, okay. Okay, he's a little more dangerous than I thought he was. Oh, he respawned his hands. Okay. I mean, that shouldn't be a huge deal, hopefully, but that would also probably explain why his hands went down so fast. He probably had less health than usual, but respawned partway through the fight. Both hands in one throw. Huge. Ouch, ouch, please stop. Let me go. Okay, definitely more dangerous than Queen Bee, and by a margin. But should still be fine. Because I did just hear my health potions come back, and he is already almost dead. Dang, that's a lot of projectiles I just missed. And there we go. Yeah, that wasn't that hard. Okay. What the heck was that little... What was that? Oh, yeah! I forgot about that. This is when Wrath of the Gods kicks in. Hello. I really don't feel like reading dialogue today, so I'm not going to. I'm just gonna kind of skip through this. If you really care about the lore, I don't know, sorry. Oh, do I just need to come back later? Maybe I should have read that, because I honestly don't remember what I need to do here. Yeah, I think I just need to come back later. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go check out the dungeon and start figuring out what I need to get next. Well, that's almost certainly a dungeon drop. The Shinobi Blade. Though it looks like a decent bit of what I currently have is some of the same stuff that's recommended for this stage in the game. But there is definitely some additional trinkets and whatnot in here. What is this? What is the Mirage Mirror? Stealth generates faster. Reduces enemy aggression outside of the abyss. Huh. Neat. How do I get this? Is this a crafting recipe? Yes, it just needs bones, basically. I probably have the other stuff, other than maybe the black lenses. And then... that is a hive mind drop? Apparently there's a trinket that's a hive mind drop. I'm gonna go fight hive mind, because I didn't realize that was a thing. Was that in the previous stage? Was that also a recommended thing there? Yeah, it was, and I just didn't notice it. I'm gonna fight hive mind again, actually, before entering the dungeon. And no, actually, I'll enter the dungeon first and see if I can find the rogue weapon that I'm almost certain is a dungeon item, and then try and use that against hive mind. That sounds like a better idea, if you ask me. I should also grab a water candle while I'm here. Probably two, actually. Oh, when did I get a golden key? I just kind of right-clicked on that, just hoping it would work, and it did. I don't really want a calming potion. Was there anything in here that was worth getting? No, okay. I feel like Skeletron doesn't really have a lot of drops himself, unfortunately, but I guess it kind of makes sense, because it unlocks the entirety of the dungeon. Yeah, okay, now I actually do need to get more keys. Hopefully I don't struggle too much getting them. Are there any other weapons that I need, like, bones or anything for? Yep, that needs bones. That's gonna be... yeah, it's a slime god thing. That needs Havoc Essence? Is that just the stage in the game that I'm supposed to be able to get Havoc Essence that restricts it, or does Havoc Essence actually have a hard lock on when it starts dropping? No, I think I could technically have gotten some already, it's just that I'm not supposed to be going into the crags just yet. Maybe not. I'm confused, actually. I'm not sure why it's placed in the pre-Wall of Flesh section. Oh, that's a recipe it's used for. I was looking in the wrong spot. Hold on, where do I get this? It's hold by the bandit. Can I get the bandit now? Is that... yeah, just post Skeletron. Okay, awesome. So that's the deal with that, which will be very nice for reforging later. I should go into a more open spot so I can at least farm while I'm reading the wiki. Oh, that is a dungeon slime. I very much need to get over there. That's the mechanic. Ow, please stop. Y'all hurt. I don't want to go that far down. Okay, that's the key, and then I'm going to immediately use it on the chest that is right here. And yeah, I'll take the Cobalt Shield. Alright. What else is there that I can get at this point? Oh. More of these guys. Oh. Normally it takes me forever to get something like that, but, I mean, I guess because I'm not playing Summoner, it's gonna be the easiest thing ever. That I think I already have. Why is this suddenly considered good? because it's a piercing weapon, like a piercing boomerang kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's because it can just kind of ensure that it keeps hitting the wall of flesh, so it has that advantage. Because I guess it's not quite a boomerang, but I don't know. It doesn't seem very good. Overall, that just needs spikes. That drops from dark casters, so I actually need more of those guys to spawn. And that is also sold by the bandit. Okay. So I need to harvest some spikes while I'm down here, which I wouldn't have done if I hadn't checked. I need to blow up a whole bunch of dark casters. I actually don't need anything from dungeon chests, I don't think. Other than, I guess, I think I needed the cobalt shield for, like the Aegises and such later on. I need bones, I remember that. Yeah, okay. Well, a bunch of farming, I guess. I want the thing from the dark casters. Which I kinda do, because it is a throwing knife, and I think throwing knife weapons are actually pretty neat. Roll shaking chest. Don't really need that. You know, the fact that as soon as I figured out that I actually did want the dark casters to be spawning, that they stopped spawning is kind of insane. Oh yeah, I also want one of these, so that I can constantly have an additional star for more defense. Plus an alchemy table would be a good find. And I will, even though I don't think I really need anything from the chest, I will 100% keep opening them. Oh, well, there's the shinobi blade I needed. Let's see how good this is. If it's good at all. Ouch. Okay, yeah, that seems pretty good. For a single target, at least. I guess actually the bewitching table should be placed down, which I will continue putting on my abomination of a house. Bones go in here, so does actually basically everything else in my inventory. Did I grab enough spikes? I needed 80 spikes, dang it. I did not grab enough spikes. I forgot I needed spikes. That can go in here. I don't really need the stone on me. I don't need that on me right now. Don't need that on me. Okay, well, while I'm here, I might as well also make the enchanted axe, which is what I need the bones for. And I should probably make some spare housing, because I have a lot of people that want to move in. And one of those should be the bandit. Oh, I have to have a platinum in my inventory after being a Skeletron? Really? I think I should make the additional housing anyways, but... Annoying that the bandit won't just simply move in because I don't have a platinum coin. No, it would appear that I'm not far out. Nope, wrong thing. I need to go into here. I just need regular wood. Do I not? Oh, I do have a bit of regular wood. I forgot to make acorns because I don't have much wood left, as is apparent to me now, and there is definitely a place to plant some of these. What does this do? Whoa. Stealth strikes make the axe fly further, casting additional homing magic axes. Huh. Neat. I guess I actually need my axe and my hotbar for once so I can cut down the trees that I already have planted. Maybe I should start making, like, a proper house, actually. I don't know what I want to do with the plains just yet, but... Or forest, I guess, technically. So I'll need to come up with that before I start building it, but I'm thinking maybe I should start building the actual forest house and start getting good houses set up with pylons and whatnot. What do I have? Actually, I have space to build it, like, literally right to the right of the current one. What do I want to put here? You know what, I'm gonna look up some inspiration real quick. And I mean real quick, I'm just gonna, like, glance at a couple things and then see if I want to incorporate anything of that sort into my own. Ooh, actually, a giant living tree could actually be cool. I haven't done something like that before. Do I have a living wood staff, though, is the question. Because that's kind of important. Is that actually even what it's called? I don't know, but if it is, it's not in here. Can you make them? I think you probably can in Calamity, but I don't know. It would appear probably not, if it's what I think it's called. Because I'm pretty sure it's a staff. At the very least. But it would appear that it is not a crafting recipe. Can I buy such things from the builder? He seems like someone who would sell those. Seemingly probably not. It could be something added to the Dryad, perhaps? No, also seemingly not. Well, I'm probably not doing that then, because I don't really feel like seeking one out. What else could I do? I could always turn this into a surface mushroom biome, which could be fun. And then build like a giant mushroom instead. That could be fun. That would take quite a lot of time though, so I'd have to like build the mushroom now and then worry about turning it into a surface mushroom later. Do I have the mushrooms to do that though? If not, I will have to go get some. Or see if I can just buy them, even. Because, again, seems like something the builder might sell. Building blocks? No. Yeah, that's about all I could think of that it would be in, and once again, I'll check the Dryad. Okay, yeah. I'll have to go get some, but I will do that in a moment. I have to do something real quick, and then I will be back. Alright, we're back. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was gonna build a giant mushroom. I should honestly see if this would be a, like, if you can make a decent mushroom stock out of this before I just gather up mushrooms to build the whole thing out of, or if I need to figure out something else to build the stock out of and then get some paint. Which I'm also going to need to clear some space for, of course. And then, I guess, would a giant mushroom have roots? Because that is important information. do I need to build roots to make it look like an actual giant mushroom? Because I don't think that mushrooms really have roots in the traditional sense. Because most, if not all, mushrooms in general have a mycelia. That is not what I meant to hit. I was trying to shoot the slime. Oh, you can throw that really friggin' fast. What? That is insane. Huh. Okay. It should build a pretty good stock, and then... Huh. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do to try and make the top of it, actually. Because I was hoping to have the, like, blue dots and all that kind of scattered throughout it by just kind of building, like, a solid thing at the top, but it's just gonna have a layer across the top of it if I do that. Huh. I honestly would have figured that building the stock would have been the bigger roadblock. Because I thought mushroom blocks behaved differently than they do. I can probably just grab some paint and paint in some splotches, but I really thought it was going to be a little bit easier than that. I also might as well start growing a mushroom biome on the surface here while I am gathering up mushrooms. Do I not have mushroom seeds or glowing? Oh, it's just mushroom grass seeds. I thought it was glowing mushroom seeds or something like that. I don't know. I don't pay that close of attention to the names of these things. Dang, it's not daytime, so I can't really tell how far down I'm gonna be able to see. I'm gonna just do a good couple blocks for good measure, because I don't want it to just be like a layer of mud across the top. So I'm just gonna dig out a chunk that's like, I don't know, this big, I guess. Make that all mud. And then I'll make a bigger chunk mud if I decide that I want roots, because I'm just gonna build without roots first, and then decide whether or not I think it would look better with roots, whether or not it would make sense to have roots. Because I suppose it doesn't really need to make a whole lot of sense. It just needs to look good. That is genuinely an absurd fire rate for the amount of damage it does. And then the axe. Oh my goodness, that is a huge power jump. What? I feel like both of these weapons are way stronger than what I was using before. Okay, so you gotta make sure not to accidentally instantly hit, otherwise the additional... Oh no, the additional actions did still spawn. Maybe I just didn't actually have stealth ready. That is absurd. I also feel like my stealth is regenerating really fast with this. Like, is it just generating really fast in general with my rogue weapons? Eh, maybe. No, I think it's generating, like, especially fast with this. Oh, it's because I was standing still. I forgot that... Wait, what? Oh, does this increase my regeneration speed while standing still or something? No. Maybe it's just that... Oh, yeah, stealth regen speed in general just recovers faster while standing still. Okay, that's why it seems like it was regenerating so fast. Honestly forgot that that was a base mechanic and not a thing that specifically certain accessories added. As well as I have a really high crit chance. I feel like Rogue is going to get really silly really fast. Because it started out being pretty good and just seemingly one of the, like, just the fact that Calamity in general has some really fun balancing. But it's starting to look like this is going to be genuinely insane. I'll probably make my mushroom biome a bit bigger than this at some point, but that's because I want to kind of extend it out towards where the current house here is, and I eventually want to tear said house down. Because it is very much an abomination. It exists for the sake of convenience. I wonder if I could move my entire storage system by... No, probably not. Because I was just thinking if you could connect the, like, connector blocks from one system to another, and then just break the storage blocks in the original system, and the items would just move to the other system, but that's probably not how that works. It would be pretty awesome if it were, though. Would certainly make things easier. Okay, well, there's my little chunk dug out. Now to fill it with mud. Which is going to take longer than digging it out, because the smart cursor doesn't work for placing blocks. I wonder if there's a mod for that. There honestly probably is a smart cursor for placing blocks, but I don't really know how it would work. So maybe there's... I don't know. Perhaps it is something I should look into, because I'm sure this isn't going to be the last time I do something like this. That weapon is so insane. Both of these weapons are so insane. I'm genuinely curious to see what the other weapons on its tier are going to be like if this is what these two are like. It is entirely possible that I just so happened to grab like the two weapons that are genuinely insane first, but I'm very much hoping that that is not the case and that just all the weapons on tier are this good. And more importantly, this fun. Because, like, I feel like a weapon with this high a fire rate is not something I should have yet, considering the fact that it's doing something like 40 damage without stealth, which is really hard to check. Hold on, let me... Actually, wait, that's buffing my rogue damage. I'm going to take this off. Yeah, it's doing 36 damage, or at least something around about that, without any stealth. And I can throw it at that speed. That's a pretty high DPS, I'd have to... Like, I feel like that's a pretty high DPS for this early on. Without it consuming any sort of resources or anything. Oh, the unconscious man. Good morning. Even though I'm gonna have to break that torch at some point, I'm gonna place it because I can't see. And I want to be able to see. I really wish there was an easier way to do this, but I really don't think there is. I'm also pretty sure that when I tried to switch to placing 3 blocks tall at a time, that it did in fact slow things down, so I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna go back to placing it the way I started placing it initially, where I just kind of go along and place the blocks. No. Please go away, bunny. I don't want to kill you, but you are in my way. Huh, did that zombie just ignore me because of stealth? Okay, can you... I have to do it. They need to go. I didn't want to have to, but I'm building here, so, sorry. Unfortunately, I don't think I could even just simply use like a peace candle to reduce spawn rates in general, because I'm pretty sure peace candles only reduce hostile spawns. So I still have all these squirrels and stuff showing up, rather unfortunately. I've almost got all of the mud down. Just took a minute. I think anywhere that I technically have to go one layer up, I'll just place a little bit of non-flat area, because I don't realistically need that big of an area to be flat to make the giant mushroom. Probably just leave that like that, and I just do something kind of like that to cover that up. I'll worry about hammering things out to make it look nice later. Drain kind of like that, I guess. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, mushroom seeds. And then hopefully that'll spread while I am down harvesting mushrooms. I'll definitely want to expand that at some point, because I'm not sure if it's even big enough to create an actual artificial mushroom biome just yet. But, one could hope. Then again, I think I started building that with like 2,000 blocks, and it's only like, what, 5 layers thick? And I think you'll need something like 100 mushroom tiles. So that should be enough if my math is mathing. Because even though it's pretty much only the surface tiles that'll grow mushroom grass, the additional tiles that grow on top of it and whatnot as well should almost certainly make it enough. And I don't think mushroom blocks count. A little unfortunately, because I will definitely have enough of those if they did count. At this rate though, I'm probably not doing Wall of Flesh today, just because if I'm gonna spend today building this mushroom house, by the time I'm done, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. Which isn't all a bad thing. I should spend more time building. Wow, this is really good to just spam out as much as I've been enjoying stealth. Wow, that worm just got deleted. I should move my mushrooms up here so I can tell generally how much I have. I genuinely don't know how much I'm gonna need though. The answer is probably in the thousands if I had to guess, but... because I intend to build most, if not all of it, out of mushroom at this point. Just based on the fact the stock is going to be a good block for building, like the mushrooms is going to be the mushrooms are going to be a good block to build the stock out of. Wow. That was much harder to say than it should have been. Okay, that's about all the mushrooms I can... Well, I guess I could go down into that little pocket and get a bit more mushrooms out of there, but... I don't think I'm going to have enough mushrooms initially, and I'm going to have to wait for some to grow on my surface mushroom, or search for additional mushroom caverns. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. There is still stuff I need to find underground. But I don't particularly want to do a lot of mining right now. I want to get to building. Alright, let's think here. How big do I want to make this? Because I am going to expand the mushroom biome. Okay, so yeah, the surface of this might not technically be quite long enough to, well, maybe it is 100 tiles across, I'm not sure. It will be at some point if it's not, because again, I am going to expand it this way, so I'm probably going to build the giant mushroom, like, towards the left side here. Where is world spawn? I mean, it's not that important because I can just set my spawn point later. Okay, so it's inside of the house right now, so I can't really do much about that. Is this Mac? Am I zoomed in as far as I can be? Yeah, okay. So I think I want to make it a fair portion of the screen in terms of how big it is at the base of it. So something like, if I made it that wide at the base, maybe even a little bit wider than that actually. Something like that. What if I go to the middle of the screen then? Okay, yeah, that's like a little over half the screen, I think. Which is kinda in the realm of what I want it to be. And then... how do I want to go about this? How do these blocks look when they're hammered? Does it... okay, so it does remove... it does make it look more like a stock for the most part? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna build like a general shape and go from there. The walls should probably be at least a couple blocks thick, just because of how large it is. Otherwise, I feel like it would kind of look a little strange. And I feel like it should kind of taper in a lot, kind of fairly fast. I'm not going to worry too much about making it perfectly symmetrical, because otherwise it also would probably look a little bit weird. Ooh, how am I going to deal with the fact that if I want to make it taper in, it's going to have these mushroom bits at the top? Because I know on this side, if I just, like... yeah, I guess I could just... if I just hammer them flat, then it doesn't really look weird. Okay, yeah, I can just do that. Okay, that's a fix. I just have to hammer the top block. Okay, I'm gonna put it back to just being regular blocks, though. So I can continue just making the general shape of things. I'm gonna leave that one, though, because it's probably gonna be as it is. I wonder if I can hide the stealth bar. Or, actually, I just don't really need to hide the stealth bar. I can just take a piece of my armor off and it'll go away. Because then it'd be a hassle, like a bit of a hassle to turn it back on afterwards if I went and turned it off some way or another. Because, I mean, it's kind of pretty necessary to how Rogue works. Oh, I'm already getting mushroom zombies. Okay. Ooh, I forgot that mushroom zombies spawn during the day. Yeah, this is not going to be enough mushrooms. Okay, I feel like it's around here that I want to start going mostly up. So I'm going to start building it in on the other side as well now. Ouch, freaking slime. Go away. So I'm going to want to build this side to be kind of like the other side. but probably not exactly like the other side. But I also kind of need to make it not look weird. I can stay like that, actually, even though it gets a little thick there because of it. I'm gonna want to put another block here. Keep it still going kind of smooth. And I want to get it to start going a bit more up. And then I want to start going like mostly up here. And I'm going to probably thin out the walls to more 2 blocks approximate thickness as I go up. Yeah, I've already used most of my mushrooms and I'm just at the base of the mushroom. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of mushrooms. I should see if there's genuinely just, like, any possible way to get more mushrooms without having to, like, wait for them to grow and then farm them that way. I am liking the way this is kind of looking right now, though. This is probably going to be my biggest build ever in Terraria so far. If I had to fathom a guess. Because I think the biggest build before this is a lighthouse that I've built, which was definitely not nearly as wide as this. And this is definitely going to end up being way taller. Because I want to make this go up near to, like, probably somewhere near to space level. Provided it doesn't look weird to do so. Which I'm going to have to keep looking at the map to make sure that it doesn't look weird. Because that's the kind of scale that this is being built on. I should honestly get a mod that allows me to zoom out further than the default zoom out. So that I can view the whole thing in all of its glory all at once it's done. Of course, I don't need to worry about that now, because I actually don't even have a very high chance of finishing this today, considering the amount of mushrooms I need for this, and the fact that it's going to take forever for them to grow. But that is a thing for me to keep in mind for the future. And then, of course, I am going to have the truffle move in here in hard mode. Yeah, I'm not even at the top of the mushroom, like, I'm not even starting the top of the mushroom, and I'm out of mushrooms. Wow, who could have seen this coming? Definitely not me. Well, I guess I can go fight Hive Mind, because Hive Mind has something I want. I can also make the mirror that I forgot to make, but probably can make, provided I have the black lenses before I even go and do that. Because I am going to continue doing stealth stuff, largely. Even though non-stealth stuff does seem pretty fun. I do not have black lenses. Can you make black lenses? No, you cannot. Okay. Guess I'm not making that right now, and I'm just gonna go do Hive Mind. While I wait for mushrooms to regrow in my underground mushroom biome, and as I wait for mushrooms to grow initially in this biome. Why am I even trying to walk over there? I don't really know what I'm gonna do just yet for getting in and out of my mushroom. Because I don't really want to have holes in the... Maybe... Ooh, hold on. Yes, I did find the mechanic. I should definitely get the mechanic moved out here sooner rather than later, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep NPCs off of the ground floor, and I'm just going to actuate the walls in some... Or actuate the blocks in some spots. So that it still looks mostly the same, but I can walk through the mushroom. that's my current plan, at least. Perhaps I will think of something better before I get to actually needing to do that. Because I would also consider just making it something that I just kind of, like I just kind of, I should turn my block ruler off. Something that I don't really go in and out of, and I just have a pylon set up at. You know, this probably isn't my greatest plan yet. Fighting the hive mind on the side of a hill. Yeah, this seems much better as a weapon that you just kind of spam at things than something you... Well, I don't know. It's pretty good all around. Yeah, because that single hit damage is really high. Definitely makes up for the fact that it also does crazy damage spamming it. Which is definitely the easier way about it, but not as fun if you ask me. I was not paying attention to the fact that it set up the rain clouds. Alright, did I get what I was after? Maybe I got a lot of stuff. Oh, drop ball. That's also a weapon. Did I... Okay, can we stop? What is still attacking me? Okay. Now that's all dealt with. Hive Mind Mask? What the heck? What does this look like? I guess it makes sense that it has a mask. Every other enemy has a mask. It's pretty hard to tell, because I am at the sunken seat. Yeah, that's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but I mean, it is the Hive Mind Mask. Also, I don't think I got the item I wanted. What does it even do? Stealth strikes spawn rain clouds when enemy hits? Okay, yeah, that is definitely going to be way behind tier. So, I need to find another hive mind. Oh, like that one, right there. Yeah, over 1,000 damage a hit is honestly kind of insane. Plus the fact that if there's other enemies near the initial target, it can hit them too. Jeez. This thing melts things. At least at this stage in the game. Not the flashiest thing in the world, but it's cool. I like it. Alongside the fact that it has a 25% crit chance on each of those hits. And as you may have noticed, those are like 200 damage, potentially more, per crit. It's genuinely a little absurd. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. I didn't mean to go in a hole. Okay, I'm alive. I genuinely wasn't sure if I was going to be able to survive that because I couldn't do any dodging. Oh, I have more mushroom grass seeds. Didn't even notice. I got the thing I need anyways. What does this do again? Ooh, stealth strikes have +8 armor penetration and deal 8% more damage? Wow. Shoot. I don't know what to replace here. Probably replace Coin of Deceit, honestly. Because I don't really use the feature, like the 90% max stealth feature, and I don't think the 6% crit chance is going to matter too much. Hopefully. Yeah, especially since a lot of my stuff that causes high damage is multi-hit, the extra armor penetration is going to be nice. Because that is going to deal extra damage on each hit, essentially. Well, not even essentially, that is basically exactly what it does. And then, what is... I'm going to check what the Coin of Deceit is used in, because notice that it says it's a material. It is used in the Ruin Medallion. Stealth Strikes only expend 75%. Well, when I make that, I'll have to make sure that I'm using it, because that is pretty good. Then again, I would do... Well, yeah, no, because it only uses 75%, so it would take less time to recharge my stealth as well. Just like this only uses 90s, which also decreases the amount of time it... I should actually check and see what takes longer to regen my stealth. So if I do that, then it takes that long. And then I do that, and it takes that long. Huh. I lose a little bit of damage, but I think I might regen my stealth a little bit faster with the coin. Only having 5 slots is rather challenging when I currently have to use... Well, I could... Do I really want to stop using shield just so I have an additional slot for that? I guess it's not the worst. I have some pretty good movement. Because mostly just using shield for movement. I don't know. I'll keep it on me just in case. But for now, I'll try just using all of it. Is this increasing my damage somehow? Critical strike chance. Ah, plus 2% damage because it's angry. Okay. That explains why I'm doing less damage after I took it off. Alright, who is next in the boss list, ignoring Deerclops? Slime God. What do I need for the Blighted Gel, or whatever it's called? I guess actually I use the Blighted Gel to make whatever it's called. I will ask the guide, because it's a lot more simple to do that. Oh yeah, the Radiant Ooze. I frequently forget about that. Overloaded Sludge. Oh, I could probably make that, actually. Like, right now. Oh, that's the wrong interface. Yep, I can make the Overloaded Sludge. I do think there were some additional weapons I wanted to test out first, though, actually. Before I defeat Slime God. Do I really want to go out of my way just to get those? Not really. I'm going to check what the Metal Monstrosity does on Stealth Strike to see if it's worth getting. Otherwise, I'm quite enjoying what I have already. Resistant to shards, spiky balls on impact. Stealth Strikes cause the ball to impale hit enemies, piercing them with an extra shard when it breaks. Okay, yeah, it doesn't sound that particularly special. So I'm just going to use what I currently have, and then go do Slime God. And I'm going to hope that I don't regret taking off Shield of Cthulhu. Also, do I have a Heart Lantern here? I forget if I ever put one down. Did I put anything down in this arena? No. Why didn't I? What am I doing? Okay, so I'm gonna need a campfire. I don't have any regular wood in here is probably my problem. I'm gonna put some regular wood in. So there's one regular campfire. Oh, I don't have any regular torches. I guess I haven't been putting any torches away, so that makes sense. And then... I need a Heart Lantern and a Bass Statue. Because I think I'm going to turn my Desert Arena into my main arena at some point. just because it's close to home. Hard mode, thankfully, should make things a little simpler for me, because wings will outclass, like, well, I'll probably still be using boots, though, until I get tracers. Well, actually, I guess probably not, because I'll be spending a lot more time in the air, so I'll probably be able to take off my boots. So yeah, hard mode should make things a little simpler for me, because I'll have a slot for, like, shields and such. And then, wings will outclass bundle and, spectre boots. Like, the combination of bundle wings and spectre boots. Or whatever boots I have by that point, which will probably still be spectre boots, because I'm lazy and don't feel like making Terra Spark. Alright. Oh yeah. Wait, I still just have this thing sitting here? Huh. Interesting. Capable of dousing townsfolk in lava, too. Interesting. Alright. Slime God. Let's see how this goes. Ouch. Okay, this is definitely going to be a little harder than Skeletron, I think. Oh yeah, I should probably be, like, hard focusing one, as I seem to recall is typically a good plan. To make sure that you don't have them both split at the same time. Okay, yeah, this knife is genuinely insane. Provided they don't just completely miss it like that. Okay, that one's probably gonna split soon, because I'm pretty sure they split at half health. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, this isn't too bad. I think I have this. Maybe, probably. I should probably shut up about that before I completely jinx myself. And then end up not having it. Damn! Okay. The small ones do not have that much health. Because I swear that one hit did like a quarter of its health. Oh damn, that thing can move fast enough to outspeed the additional strikes from a stealth strike. Okay. That's one down. I love Slime God soundtrack. Or, I guess, track specifically. It's not the... Slime God doesn't have an entire soundtrack. It has its own song. I don't know. You get what I mean. Slime God's cool. Ouch. Come on. I'm so close. One more. Oh, what? What? What even? Huh? Did it just dip? Did it despawn? Because it said the attempt ended before I was even done. Oh, it counted as dead. Okay. I mean, I'll take that, I guess. I didn't finish it off, but... Sure. Because there is definitely still a Slime Paladin on screen. Whatever. I'll take it. Use this for more adrenaline. Don't really need that, don't need that. Is the weapon that I'm going to be making from Slime God made or obtained? Okay, it is made. Awesome. I don't have to worry about fighting Slime God again unless I need more Blighted Gel. Or Purified Gel, actually. I'd probably use Blighted Gel to make the summon, and then you get Purified Gel from beating him. Where did the relic go? Did I put it away on accident? I did. And then I need to go into the other crafting, or into the other interface first. And I need to make Statagel gear. Oh, rogue. This one. Hopefully I have everything I need to make it all, which I think I do. Yeah, okay. And then, yep, higher defense. And then what is the set bonus? More stealth than before. Extra jump, increased jump height, increased jump speed. Okay, that's pretty good. Basically the same as usual, except it gives me some extra stealth. And then the gel dart. That is the rogue weapon I'm making. What do you do on Stealth Strike? Throws bouncing gel darts that cover struck enemies in slime. Stealth Strikes ignore gravity, bounce more vigorously, and constantly leak slime. Huh. Is that actually any good, or is it just straight troll? Because that seems kind of troll. Yeah, maybe not, because the slime it leaks is homing. I really wish I had a DPS meter right now. Like, I really feel like that's just better, though. Oh, it definitely is. Because I'm more likely to actually hit the shot, and then on top of that, yeah, no, that's just better. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Gel Dart's a little troll, but that's okay. What else do I need here? I'm gonna quickly check and see if the, what's it called? If the rogue weapons from the bandit are particularly good. And if they are, then I guess I will worry about getting him moved in. But if not, then I'm not going to. Also, Rick sharing Glaive. Stealth Strikes shred the first enemy they hit and provide a ring of high knockback orbiting glaives. Seems okay for crowd clear, I guess. Guess that makes sense why it's in spam, actually. It seems like it'd be something better for spamming. And then Slick Cane. Swipes a cane that steals money from enemies. Stealth Strikes give a 1 in 20 chance for enemies to drop 1 to 2 gold coins when hit. Stealth Strikes boost damage in proportion to money in the inventory up to 1 platinum. That is really funny. It doesn't sound very good, but it sounds very, very funny. Honestly, this is probably, but like just looking at that though, I think this might just be the gear I do Wall of Flesh with. Because I've taken a look at everything that I could possibly realistically get that would be good at this point, and I think I have everything I actually want. So I am going to buy up a good few more planter boxes and head to the underworld. I'm using Blink Root? Yeah, I'm using Blink Root. Do I have any voodoo dolls from the last time I was in the underworld? No, I do not. Okay. I didn't think so, but it was worth a check. Actually, I gotta go check in on Solin and see if she's ready to progress. Or if I need to, like, get to hard mode or something. Jeez. 4 jumps and rocket boots. If it weren't for the fact that I need the run speed, I would 100% abandon the rocket boots. But jumps alone don't have enough control to remain airborne primarily. Well, I mean, I guess I still stay airborne a lot, but I don't think it's enough to be able to justify taking off the boots. Hello, Solon. How are you? Cool. I can continue. So then I have to set this up back at base. I'm gonna keep it in the mushroom biome. I'm gonna go to the right side of the mushroom. Oh, and this is also officially an artificial mushroom biome, given by the background. I forget how big of a space you need here. Yeah, not flat or open enough. Huh. Perhaps I just do like a flat layer of mud here for now, and then worry about making it look nice underneath the just surface level mud later. And then, is this big enough? Can I put the flagpole here? No, not flat or open enough. I guess I can clear up some more space this way. Well, I don't know. I'll see if I can make some space on the left side. Because, like, the stuff over this way isn't going to be staying here indefinitely. The plan is, in fact, explicitly to eventually get rid of it. And I guess that means I'll have to move my herb farm. I don't know where I'm going to put that. Where's my mud? I'm not going to bother replace it, because I'm pretty much going to make this... I guess I'd need to replace that with mud at some point anyways, because this is the flat space that I'm going to try and put Solin in. This might not look great for a little bit, but it is hopefully going to be pretty awesome when I'm done. And it would appear that I did a pretty good guess on how far down I needed to place the mud to not be able to see it from the surface. That I just kind of carved out a chunk and replaced it with mud. And then flagpole. I think the tent always generates to the right side of the flagpole. Okay. She should hopefully move in at some point. What the heck? An amplifier spawned here? How in the world did an amplifier spawn within the inner third of the world? Because I was pretty sure the amplifiers only spawned in the outer 2/3. Maybe mushroom biomes have some weird specific rule that allows it to overwrite that spawning for some reason. So they can just spawn wherever they please. Now, I don't really want to start the Wall of Flesh fight in Brimstone Crag, so I'm going to start my bridge over here. Thankfully not a voodoo demon, so I don't have to worry about it. I should have put my money away before I came down here, but too late now. Well, I guess not really. I could always just go back up and then get rid of my money and then come back, but, no thanks. I am lazy. Don't feel like doing that. And then I'm gonna actually bring the platform down a little bit from there. I only placed it that far up there because I, again, am lazy. I didn't feel like clearing out too much space. Could he stop, please? Maybe I did need a calming potion from the couple that I have thrown out. Okay, I'm not gonna bother trying to stealth strike these guys. It's not worth it. Because there's too many spawning. And as much as my build isn't necessarily optimized for spamming, it is still a pretty solid option when I need to. Oh, well, would you look at that? I wonder what this actually does. Stealth strikes going to cause a larger, more damaging stalagmite to be thrown, which travels slower and further before crumbling. Huh. Well, it's a good thing I didn't bother too much with trying to get this when it was actually the weapon I was supposed to be getting. Well, one of the weapons I could have gotten. Because that isn't very good. Okay, I need to be careful with you. Can you please come over the platforms? Thank you. Well, I guess I have my voodoo doll now. I figured if Wall of Flesh has any changes in base Calamity. Because I know Calamity changes things with some, like, changes some things or adds things with some vanilla bosses, and I can't remember if Wall of Flesh is one of them. I mean, it probably is, because it's a pretty important boss, but, we'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that I can't accidentally fall in some lava, and then just worry about jumping over all this, honestly. And then I'm gonna try the first time with just building the platform out to where the first buildings spawn. And then, am I healing when I'm killing things or something? Or I just so happen to be picking up health when I'm killing them? So I was not paying attention. And that seemed like very convenient timing. Okay, yeah, I've got to have been just picking up the hearts at the same time as killing things. Okay, so like I pretty much just want to bring this out to the first buildings because I don't really want to have to deal with clearing through buildings. So I'm going to give my first attempt at just building out to the first buildings, and then summoning Wall of Flesh, giving it my first Wall of Flesh attempt, and if it's not enough space, then I'll make it bigger. In which hopefully I don't really have to, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm not really going to count that first building because I can very easily go over it. It really is almost entirely underground. I'm surprised that it's that out of the way. I should also probably honestly build a temporary house down here so that I can not have to worry about getting a voodoo doll and just kind of drop the guide in lava whenever I need to. Okay, so I'm just gonna go out to here, which isn't really the biggest bridge in the world. Never mind, that's a tiny bridge. I can't afford that. There's no way I kill Wall of Flesh in that time. I'm gonna make the bridge bigger. But I'm gonna try and just go over the buildings and hope it works. Even though it's not a lot of space for fighting Wall of Flesh. I really thought the first set of buildings was further out than it was, apparently. I mean, this is how I usually do Wall of Flesh anyways, is I just kind of build around the houses rather than clearing through them. And it usually goes okay. As long as I'm not playing on, like, a really high difficulty. Alright, please come above the platforms. I don't really want to spawn Wall of Flesh by accident. Dude, what are you doing? Why are you just sitting there? That's a really annoying spot for you to just sit, because I know if I kill you, your drops could explode and then you fall. The voodoo doll spawns, it falls into the lava. What is he doing? Oh my goodness. You would think it would try and fly up to get to me, but it's not doing that. Oh. Wait. There we are. Okay, second voodoo doll in case I mess up the first time. Then again, I might not be able to get the guide to move in very quickly because I have a lot of people that want to move in and not enough houses. So hopefully I do it good the first time. And then almost immediately into hard mode, I should probably get my pylon system set up so I actually have the houses that I need. All of a sudden I want to build like a mini jungle temple for my jungle base, but I can't really do that because I can't get jungle bricks until way later. I guess I could always build like a little base shape to it and then replace the blocks with jungle bricks once I have access to them. Oh my goodness. Sudden burst of enemies. Thankfully my weapons are way stronger than the enemies are. No set of platforms? Not really. This is a huge gap in the buildings though, so I am enjoying this. Oh, that was a bit of lag. That was strange. I understand, like I understood the lag when I was breaking the like collapsing dungeon bricks, because I guess Calamity changes it so they all break at once. But I don't know why it lagged there. Oh wait. Whoa. Oh yeah. That thing got reworked. Probably that's just Old Lord's Claymore, and Old Lord's Claymore no longer does what it used to do. Oh, it's another voodoo demon, which I have to make sure is above the platform when I beat it. Otherwise, it'll probably just drop the voodoo doll into the lava. Also, I'm gonna hope that this is a long enough bridge now, and then I'm gonna go back to the far end of it. Because I had in the realm of 1,000 platforms when I started building this. This is fast. I don't think it's faster than walking, but it's kind of funny, so I'm gonna keep traveling this way anyways. Yeah, I think I had somewhere in the realm with like 1,000 platforms, so this is slightly over 1,000 blocks long due to the fact that I used, well, I guess not even just slightly over 1,000 blocks long, because I used a decent bit of terrain. So that'll hopefully be enough length. And then currently, my thoughts for strategy is that I'm gonna just spam throw my knives at the hungry until I get rid of them, and then start focusing the main wall. Actually, I wonder if using stealth strikes with this would be of use to get rid of the hungry. Okay, yeah, that seems like a good idea. Yeah, that's working pretty good. Stealth strikes for the win. I should be making sure not to get in the off screen though. Oh, I should also make sure to eat my pumpkin pie. I'm throwing. think there's enough hungry cleared out that I can start focusing on the wall itself. Hopefully. I'm currently not particularly convinced that I have built my bridge to be long enough. Maybe. Yeah, because I'm doing some pretty good burst damage now. Ooh, I forgot that... Okay, so yes, there are changes in Calamity for the Wall of Flesh. The mouth shoots some homing projectiles. Ah, the worms! The worms! The worms! I didn't realize it spawned that many worms! And all of a sudden I was getting obliterated by them. Yeah, that's the end of my bridge. Dang. Okay, that was like half health. a little less. Well, he was at a little less. I did a little more than half. Well, it could have gone worse, I guess. Unfortunately, that was pretty much just a flat-out dead end. There was... Yeah, unless I started digging, there was no way I was going to keep going. Yeah, that gets really annoying really fast. Wow, okay. Maybe I need a better way to deal with the hungry faster rather than making the arena bigger. Plus, I could probably use some more potions. Telescope? I don't see a broken telescope to fix. So that thing's pretty important to Wrath of the Gods, so hopefully it shows up. Also, I should start getting the tomes and whatnot and putting those away to get all those rewards. I don't remember what they're all called, though. Miscellaneous? Maybe they're miscellaneous? Okay, they're miscellaneous items. That makes things much easier. So then I just pull out one of each of these. And I don't really know what I do with the rest of them. And then I put all these in the bookshelf. Okay, so I have to do it like that. Alright, what else did I get? I got battle potions, gravity normalizer potions? That early? Huh. Starlit Campfire... Oh yeah, Starblast platforms. That will make arena building very easy. Calming potions, Heart Reach potions, Fallen Stars, Cinnamon Rollins, huge. Fancy Rope Set, Greater Luck Potion, Staff of Rejuvenation. Grows special grass when used on dirt or standard grass. Okay, I'll check what that does. Life Force, I will actually take that out. Garden Fountain, Gender Dye, Rage Potions. What? This is just like based on whatever gender you picked at the start, it makes that color? What? Is it just pink and blue and it just kind of switches between the two? I'm confused. I think that's what it does. I think it's just that it's pink and blue and then it just kind of moves across into wave kind of thing. Not my favorite dye. Can I grow this on mud? No. Okay. Oh, okay, so it changes grass to grass with flowers on it. Okay. Oh, the Traveling Merchant's here. That's pretty neat. I will have to give him a quick talking to. See what he's got. Where is he? Ideally not in the crags. Cool. DPS meter. Awesome. That is something I've been looking for. I'm actually going to see if the pulsar is going to be better for dealing with the hungry, because it seems really good for dealing with crowd control and can hit through walls. I don't know if that's actually how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Oh, I still had it filtered. Okay, that's why it wasn't coming up. I knew it was in here, because I just saw it in the shimmer thing that I accidentally opened. Actually, I should probably keep the planter boxes in my inventory. That I don't have a huge build-up in here, because I'm just going to buy more every time I need them and never actually check to see if I put any away. And then I need to make up a bunch of different kinds of potions. Ooh, actually, I just do need to upgrade the Alchemist Charm, because I am, in fact, going to keep using that. It's very nice. What? Oh, I'm checking the inventory instead of the crafting area for some reason. Okay, Alchemist Charm Tier 2 just requires me to go defeat World Evil once again. Okay. How big of a buff is it? It's 10 to 25%? Yeah, it jumps to 25%. Okay, it doesn't actually tell you just how high the chance to not consume is, because that's the main thing I'm interested in here. Yeah, I'll go out of my way and do that, honestly. Yeah, it's not a huge deal. So I need to grab my worm food out of here, because I know I made some. Actually, I guess I can switch those out, and then... Oh. I need to stop by default holding my magic mirror. So I don't do that. Put that away, put that away. What kind of potions do I already have? And this is, yeah, stellar improvements to all stats. I'm pretty sure it's the highest stat increase food in the game. Higher than Major. And is significantly easier to get without farming endlessly. For, like, really low drop odds. Do I bother with thorn potions? Yeah, I might as well. I should probably work on making a void bag as well, now that I'm thinking about it, so I can keep all of my potions in there. So what do I need for a void bag? I need some more spores and some more scales. Okay, so I need to go back to the jungle for some spores, and I need to go get more scales anyways. I'll probably have to do worm, like, twice or something to get all my scales, but that's not a huge deal. Oh yeah, that is melting this guy. Which is going to cause a lot of splits, but thankfully my defense is hopefully high enough that it doesn't matter. What? That wasn't a stealth strike? Oh boy. Please stop. This is bad. Yeah, and doing non-stealth strikes to spam at it is not the play. I'm probably gonna die. Because I split it way too many times. I missed! No! No! Yep, okay, well, that's the outcome I expected. Okay, note to self, don't use this weapon if you aren't going to aim for the head on every shot. And I don't really want to, so I'm not gonna use that weapon. I'm gonna see if the pulsar is better. Because, like, it was doing really good damage, but the problem is that it just kept splitting because of that. So I'm gonna see if this does any better. Though its damage seems to be considerably lower. Okay, get me out of here. I'm getting circled. Okay, now that I'm getting enough of the, like, laser stack thingies, it's doing a lot better. Especially since it's continuing to hit through walls and it's hitting a lot of stuff at once. Ouch. The fact that Devourer splits this much makes it continuously difficult if you don't have a rather fair-sized arena, which I don't feel like making. Like, I mean, there will be a point where it just doesn't do nearly enough damage to be dangerous, but that's not a pre-hard mode point in the game. Because it doesn't matter how small the segment is, it does the same amount of damage as any other segment. So if you have a bajillion segments, you're just gonna keep getting hit. It's impossible to dodge them all. And so inevitably, you just take a gazillion hits for pretty high damage, because it is a boss after all, and then, well, that's not good. But thankfully, I managed to get through it this time because I chose a much better weapon. Well, a much better weapon for that particular purpose anyways. Unfortunately, I think I'm probably going to have to fight it a second time because I don't think this is going to give... Nope, that gave me plenty of scales. Never mind, we're good. I didn't think that was going to give me enough scales to make both the things I wanted. Okay, Void Bag. I didn't click on the search bar. I need sports, and I forgot about that. What was the other thing I was gonna make? Oh yeah, I was gonna upgrade my Alchemist Charm. Huge. Okay, now I go to the jungle. And then I gather up some spores, I guess. Yeah, it's probably not particularly close to the underground jungle. I was checking if my cavern base was close to underground jungle, but I don't think it is. Not as much as I wish it were, so I could just teleport over to the underground jungle. I really need to stop leaning at my screen so much, because not only is it bad for posture, but it noticeably makes me look like I'm constantly looking down. Which makes sense, because that puts me closer to my screen and in a weirder angle to my camera. Or wait, I can get... well... yeah, I'm not connected to the main underground jungle there, though. So I'll have to go over to where I'm actually connected to the main underground jungle through the cave over here. Okay, I've noticed the proper use case for dashing without a dash item is it appears that it is capable of immediately stopping your momentum in whatever direction you're going and converting it to the momentum of the opposite direction. Because I originally wasn't sure why you would bother dashing if you don't have a dash item. Because I noticed that if you're like standing still or something, you don't really move a whole lot. Seriously? This many man-eaters? Yeah, that's just like 2 spores per thing. Awesome. I need quite a few more spores to get what I'm after. I need like 15 spores total, and I think I had something stupid like 3 spores in my storage. The fact that the spawn rates are seemingly pretty much only ever terrible when I don't want them to be this high. Like, they're pretty consistently terrible in whatever way I don't want them to be. So if I need things to be spawning a lot, nothing spawns. But if I don't want things to be spawning, there's a bajillion enemies. Though I suppose that is the way things work. Because I feel like I can't be the only one that experiences games like that. To where it feels like the game's just like constantly fighting against you a little bit. Every bit of RNG that it could go wrong just kind of does because it feels like it. I guess not every bit of RNG. I get lucky sometimes, but it's definitely more typical that if I need something RNG to go my way, it takes a lot longer than it otherwise would have if I were just doing something random. Cause like I'm pretty sure I've got a Rod of Discord while I was just trying to get some, okay, that's not good. Not my smartest play. I'm gonna hope I have enough spores and I'm gonna teleport home because I'm not fighting Queen Bee there. This would honestly be terrifying if I didn't know that I'm just going to incinerate Queen Bee. Because I'm pretty sure Queen Bee is one of very few bosses in the game that, even if you teleport away, does not despawn, and will in fact chase you all the way back to where you teleported. She's gonna fly through my base. I think, maybe, I don't know. Well, I get free adrenaline out of this. You can be enraged all you want. It will not change your fate. Okay, I am not able to aim because you are fast. So I'm gonna go back to using the thing that shoots automatically. Okay, maybe I won't win this, because I'm just assuming that Queen Bee being a pushover when not enraged means that I'm gonna not struggle at all here. But I feel like she's spawning a lot more bees than usual, and she is certainly going a lot faster. Which is definitely making things a lot more difficult. It might just feel like she's spawning more bees because her attack pattern is cycling quicker. Because she's just going quicker in every possible way. Now, all of a sudden, she's not really spawning bees, and it's not really a problem anymore because of it. I say that, and then she starts spawning more bees. Okay, I'm playing this very poorly. Yeah. My health is still okay for now. That's my health pot back. Wasn't a stealth shot. Whoopsies. Damage could have been a lot better. I really hope that I got enough spores. And I'm not just fighting Queen Bee, and then I'm about to find out immediately afterwards that I didn't get enough spores, because that would be really annoying. Also, the fact that during her dashes, I think it might be specifically an enraged thing, that she's spawning more bees is not fun. Hey, I got the hard honeycomb. What does this actually do? Stealth Strike grants the honey buff on hit and spawns bees. Huh. Oh. It actually isn't affected by gravity very much. Doesn't seem terrible, but it also doesn't seem very good. Okay, now I should hopefully be able to make a void bag. I don't have enough spores, do I? Oh, I didn't put them away. Okay. What happened to my scales, though? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong recipe. Okay, I have everything I need. Good, awesome. Okay. Whew, I had myself worried for a minute there. I thought I'd managed to somehow accidentally delete all my scales. Even though I was actually looking at the wrong recipe. It was like the one that uses tissue samples, which I can't make because I can't get tissue samples. I guess actually technically I could, but I'd have to go way out of my way, and I might have to enter hard mode for that, so... okay. Potions... Let's first look at the ones I actually can make. Regen potions... Iron skin potions... what else is there in here? Because anything I can't make probably requires fish. I don't really want a fish right now. Knockback resistance, yeah, that could be useful. Bounding potion. I don't think I really need that. Not at the moment. Okay, what potions can't I make? I think a bunch of this first stuff is non-calamity potions, except for like the gravity normalizers and stuff. Biome site, photosynthesis, needs hard mode. Those aren't important. I don't need those. Don't need sulfur skin, I don't think. I'll make an obsidian skin just in case. I feel like there's gotta be some sort of rogue potion that they added. Or at least some... Well, I guess there's just a general damage up potion. But I think I need... Oh, I probably need the crimson fish for that, don't I? Because that's... gonna be Wrath. Oh no, okay, that's Ebenkoi. So if I do a little bit of fishing in the corruption, I can make that. I might just see how my current potions and weapon change goes, and then we'll go from there. Oh wait, the guy's not moved back in, is he? Do I have a thing added to where I can just turn this into a Wall of Flesh boss summon? Yes, I do. So I don't really want to deal with that right now. I just want to fight the Wall of Flesh. Yeah, I need to go and get my stars turned on again. So I need to do this before I go down. So I can have both stars for maximum defense. deal with these enemies before I summon Wall of Flesh. And then let my stealth recover, and I tried to use the wrong thing. Bad news is I think it slowed down when I ended up getting really close to it last time. So I think I need to try and make sure that I'm staying a little closer as well, so I don't get to the end of my platform quite as quickly. Oh, I didn't drink my potions yet. What am I doing? Yes, this is going okay, I think? I'm getting rid of the hungry and doing some solid damage at the same time. Okay, I think this is where I switched to this. I didn't wait for my stealth to generate. Okay, that's doing some pretty good damage. That does a really good damage. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is with my rage active, but I have some hope. I just missed an entire shot. That's gonna cost me. I hit a hungry. Ooh boy. This is gonna be a lot closer than I wanted it to be. That's another hungry that I accidentally blew up, and I think I'm running out of space. Yeah, this is the end of the line. I think my missed shots might have cooked me. Yeah, I'm dead. It's over. Wait. It dragged me through. It's not over yet! Yes! I so thought I was done. I thought it was over. I thought I was cooked. And now I get to soak in the music. Oh. Oh boy. Not even close. I definitely didn't have like 20 hit points left. Oh boy. Wow, okay. I gotta check what my drops were. Yup, it's hard mode time. I'm probably gonna just kind of check what I got and then call it for today. What does this do again? Oh yeah, better reforges. I'll definitely keep that. What does this do? It's a pet? Yeah, it's a pet. I like the bee more. He's silly. Yeah, I'm gonna put most of the stuff away before I open that, and then I'm gonna put my food and potions in my void bag. Yeah, I know. Oh, what the hell? That's not supposed to be happening. Interesting bug. Was that supposed to be happening? I don't think that was supposed to happen. Yeah, like, as much as I would like to keep going, I don't think I have enough time to keep going for long enough to really get anything done in hard mode, and so I think I'd rather just have hard mode on a fresh start next day stream. Terraria. Demon Heart. What is this? Ah. Huh. So I got two ranged weapons, or I got a ranged weapon, a mage weapon, a melee weapon, a summon weapon, and across all of that, I did not get a rogue weapon. Maybe I'll do Wall of Flesh again then. Before I go. Because I feel like there's no way that like there's genuinely no possible way that Wall of Flesh doesn't have a rogue weapon. No, not crafting. I need to go into here. Because that's 15% extra damage, which should make this a lot easier. I'm just gonna go down and immediately start Wall of Flesh again before my potions run out. Yeah, he beats up a lot if you run away from him. So I need to make sure not to be doing that. But my strategy last time seemed to work pretty well with using this to do most of my damage while I'm dealing with the hungry, and then switching to the knife to do some crazy burst damage. Switch to the knife. Can we not have the hungry right in the way? Of course, it's spawning more that are also right in the way. Yeah, it's going to a crawl because I'm like right in front of it. That is cool. Well, it's nice, not necessarily something cool. I will definitely take advantage of it. And I hit the hungry again, because I'm really good at accidentally hitting hungry while I'm targeting the wall itself. Better than last time. Way better than last time. I still have a lot of space. Huge. If this doesn't drop a rogue weapon, then I'm going to verify that one exists. Wow, it dropped almost every emblem. I'm still going to verify whether or not a rogue weapon actually exists as a drop, but I have not seen it drop 4 emblems before. Okay, what do you have as drops in Calamity? Oh, maybe... Oh wait, hold on. Blast Barrel. Is that a rogue weapon? Yes, it is. Okay, well... time for another one. Once my potions run completely out, though, I'm gonna stop spawning wall. Oh, my obsidian skin must have wore off. Okay, yeah, these guys drop Havoc Essence. Okay. So the one weapon that I saw that just required Havoc Essence and some other pretty easily obtainable stuff was just that you shouldn't realistically go into the crags as early as you would have to in order to get them early. Playing very smart. All of a sudden, I'm just jumping in lava. I don't even manage to... Oh, because I need to jump up to get onto the platforms to not fall in the lava. Damn, I got to using my knife way earlier because because I had Rage already lined up. Kind of just incinerated the Hungry. Over. Slightly faster than the last one. And Blast Barrel. Wow. With my stealth all the way up, that's 127 rogue damage. So it's a rolling barrel that explodes on wall collision. Stealth strikes make the barrel bounce twice before disappearing with varied effects after each bounce. Some people used to jump over these. Okay, this is very much a Donkey Kong reference. Okay, they do not roll on platforms, so I don't think this is going to be very good. Maybe, if I can actually directly hit, though. Like, if I put this guy down... No, that sucks. That's actually not very good at all. I am going to put all this away and never use that thing again, because it's not very good. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be it. It was fun. I'm very much looking forward to getting started with hard mode next time, which will probably be next week, because as much as I intend to stream again this week, it will probably be Subnautica next time. I will probably put some time in between streams, just straight up farming glowing mushrooms, so that I can build my giant mushroom house. But yeah, until next time, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you had a great time, and I will see you all, well, I hope to see you all again next time. Goodbye!